Okay, the wind option is very similar like we looked before, so you can preview or enable wind in your scenery. For the still images, we'll just disable. I also want to take sky fog, and I want to take house haze and a ground fog as well, maybe just leave it on a scattering. So it will produce a little bit better effect. We can see what we have. So let's go inside the effect and we'll click on the stars. You can see right here instantly we have stars popping up. Overall, we can take how many stars we have. We can increase number of the stars. Remember, you can just type it in number if you need it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we have 100%. Brightness, we can increase brightness of the star. Again, in many cases, you can just try it and see if they work. Sometimes the brightness will increase, like here, or you can have it smaller. You can add twinkle to the stars. Mostly it will look when you do animations. And we also enable with lens flare. So if we look on the stars, it will create small lens flare. And options to create a colored star. So you can see right here we have some different colored star. Next, let's go ahead, disable stars. We'll enable a rainbow. And rainbow is kind of very tricky to, you need to be in right position with atmospheres and lighting to preview, but overall we can have it intensity, follow, rainbow, and just add. Okay, so let's take our camera, rotate it, and right here we have our double rainbow. So we can see secondary ball right here, rainbow. We have it our first, and we apply realistic colors. Of course, if we disable the colors, you can see we have some purple, so it's a little bit more cartoonish. And in the real world, we just have a little bit less of them saturations. So we can try apply high intensity, and you can see, and currently it's work for this intensity for the rainbow, so we have the way brighter colors. And same, you can apply different sizes of the rainbow as well as fallouts. Let's see if the size will work. So sometimes, how I say, it will, in some cases it will work, like right here. So we have it quite a bit rainbow applied, large size in this case. Okay, next let's look on creating ice rings. For this one, we'll need to go back to view our sun. Okay, and you can see right here we have our ice rings. Is increase, decrease of size. And you notice it's a thickness, not just resolution. We also can intensify, create a little bit hotter. We also enable pillars from this size. We have sun dogs right here on the side, and also pillar arcs. So overall, this is kind of nice, and it's again simulations. If you have a cold weather, you can simulate the ice ring to create it. This is not a lens effect. This again, this atmospheric effect. And if you needed lens, you can apply directly to the lens by using directional light on the lens or all light. So this is a little bit different than effect, because a lens will apply optics, and the ice rings, rainbow or star will apply overall effect of the atmosphere. Okay, next we have it also atmosphere beyond the map, so we can preload it stars or some other map that will lay some map way behind the atmosphere. It does not affect it as well. Okay, so let's go ahead, disable rings. The other, rain and snow. And this has allowed us to create a very realistic way for the particles to distribute. So like this example, let's go create a rain. And you notice how the rain we automatically right here when we have it fog and the haze is down, but we also have it fog boost enabled by 50%, so we add this kind of haziness. So we can increase precipitation area, which will increase overall positioning. Okay. We also can put it ring string. Remember, we can increase it if we type add, drop size, And I'm just increasing, so when we render, you can see some of those sizes a little bit bigger. So we kind of over exaggerated. The nice things about drop size or material for the rain, you can edit. So right here we have it, our advanced material editor and our drops. So we can go inside the transparency and set refraction index 133 example. So you can see how it will change a little bit drop, so we can look them. Transparency, blur transparency. So we can modify this material and can apply it. The same things it went before with ecosystem. We did it glowing bugs. We can do same things with these particles, create them glowing and flowing. So we can create fireflies or some other effect as well. But let's change drop seed. We can increase or decrease the fog boost. So let's actually pop up maybe 43. Okay. Okay. Also for the rain, you can specify falling range, turbulence, and if you want to apply any motion blur, or you want kind of disable so you can see small dots. You can also have it enable collisions. On this case, if you have rain or snow and you want them effect with like plants, stay on the leaves or other ones, you can enable collision. It will take a little bit longer time to render, but again, that will be creating very nice and realistic effects of the snow or rain collecting on specific areas. So let's go ahead. Now we'll take a sun. Let's go to readjust slightly, and we're going to render this scenery. Okay, let me go zoom out. Put it right there so we can see some drops of this. And I'm going to finally to render to the screen. So we'll go render, pause tutorial, and we'll continue when the render is completed. Right here, our render is completed. You can see it took quite a bit of time, over 6 hours to render. And this is very important to understand how the render and optimization is work, because about 2/3 of this time, of the render time, is responsible that options when I gone inside and enable a refraction index for the particles. That also we can optimize this and probably done about in like 20 minutes or less for this same render, probably even less when we're going optimizations. But for those options and how to work with view and optimize, we will look in a more advanced functionality series of tutorial. Also, if you're interested in more particles effects, again, we'll cover them mostly in advanced functionality series tutorial, but here is the example. It's done with particle, and you can see raindrops I did on a glass. So it's simulating. Just example. When we animate this rain, you'll see it's going down because each of those, it's individual drop. And the same when we switch to the snow, we'll have a similar effect. We have it only flake size, they're going a little bit different, velocity will follow down, more effect by the rain, by the wind, because they are lighter. But same things right here, you can replace it with material. Again, just small tip, right here, transparency, we just need to set this to 1. This will reduce quite a bit. You also can disable some of the properties that if you want pop-up refraction index, so you can reduce some refraction and other ones light penetration. But overall, again, if you understand this, check the advanced functionality tutorial series for Vue 2015. We're going over render, particles, optimizations, and function editor options.